to the gestation tapes.
The jungle never forgets, and the loop always begins again. But Piumra refused to go quietly. She found the loophole in an old diary. As long as new life is inside me, the mirror stays powerless. Pregnancy scrambled the curse. It became her shield, but she had to stay full, no breaks, forever. 3 weeks after birth, pelvis still grinding, she squeezed back into that tight yellow dress, slipped on her heels, and found Marcus in a rough logging town. Cold survival. 6 months later, her belly swelled again with Leo, a normal boy. She couldn't stop. She filled the cabin with noisy dogs and cats and kids, anything to drown the spell. When Marcus ran, she turned to IVF, needles in her bruised hips every morning. Twins came, then another. For nearly 10 years, her stomach never flattened. That permanent, glowing, heavy dome stayed tight under the yellow fabric, laced with rough yarn when it got too big, red welts on her skin, heels dragging in the dirt as she swayed through the chaos. The mirror stayed silent, but the human machine broke. After 8 pregnancies, her bones were drained. Hair thin, face pale, she finally went flat for the first time in a decade. She rested 5 months, spine softening, able to tie her heels again, watching her children play. She didn't know the shield was off. On the first day of the 6th month, the sky bruised purple. Cicadas fell silent. The mirror woke with a low hum. It yanked her back across the porch, splinters tearing her thighs, fingernails ripping, blood on the wood. She screamed for her kids, but the wind swallowed it. The liquid silver swallowed her yellow heels, her tight dress, her face, with a soft splash. The room went dead silent. 15 years later, in a sleek London apartment, a young woman named Piumra tied her dark hair into a high ponytail. 24th birthday, black-rimmed glasses, skin-hugging emerald green mini dress, buttons straining. She hated baggy clothes, always had. She smiled at her reflection, then her nose flared. Lavender vanished, greasy copper and rot filled the air. She vomited hard over the sink. When she stood, a deep grinding ache locked her spine into that familiar arch. She looked down. Under the tight green fabric, her belly had swelled into a firm, perfect round dome, solid and heavy. She pressed her hands to it, feeling a tiny, strong heartbeat drumming inside. From inside the mirror, an older her in a torn yellow dress screamed silently, pounding bleeding fists, begging her to run. But the curse didn't listen. The reflection's face smoothed into a crooked, knowing smile. She cupped her own heavy belly, mirroring her daughter perfectly, welcoming her back to the beginning of the loop. The air grew thicker, warmer, as that new dome sat tight and full under the stretched emerald fabric, pulsing with life that already remembered everything. The jungle never forgets, and the loop always begins again.